So I got one from Michael C. Thank you, Michael. All right. It says here I performed factory reset on my desktop because I couldn't remember my password. Now, Michael has some personal information here, which I'm going to blur out. I'm not too worried about email, but I'm going to blur out your cell phone number, just for for your safety. I don't want you to get spam calls or this and that. I have HP Omni 120 all-in-one desktop, which came with Windows 8, so it's a few years old. After years of not using it, I turned my PC on, but could not remember the password. I decided to perform a factory reset. Okay. Reset completed. I created a new login and password and activated Windows. Given this system hasn't been used in years, Windows and antivirus are both in need some major updates, maybe even an upgrade. Could you please help me with this? Could you please help me with this? This PC hasn't been brought online since I wanted to make sure it's first set with appropriate configuration, a restore point created, and I wasn't sure if certain steps need to be followed in order to update in the safest way. So Michael, it's actually not that complicated, and I think you did the right thing. I mean, if you don't remember the password, you don't remember the password, so you reset the computer in the sense where you basically deleted everything and installed a fresh operating system. It's an older computer, obviously, since it had Windows 8 installed on it. So, and what I would do for minimum, I would install Windows 10 fresh install, and you can download this ISO. And it sounds like you've done it already. I would not use Windows 8 for sure. I would not use Windows 8 for sure. So you can go to Microsoft and update to Windows 10, or install fresh Windows 10. And then after that, you might want to actually look into it if the current ISO, meaning the image installation of the Windows 10, if the current one is not up to date, I would look at using Windows Update Assistant. Windows Update Assistant will actually update Windows 10 to the most current version, which is a major release version. Is not necessarily something that comes on ISO or the initial main image of the computer for the operating system, I should say. So that will install the most current version of Windows 10. That will ensure that that happens. So it's called the Windows Update Assistant. I'm going to go to Google and I'm just going to use the Windows Update Assistant. This is also used for people who have broken updates, people who cannot install updates. This can happen sometimes. And for that, you just go to here, do exactly what I did here, get Windows 10 Update Assistant, and just download it. The link is right here. Download the Update Assistant, and just run it, and then it will download and install the most current version of Windows with the major updates on it. After that, just go to Updates. Just go check for updates. Make sure that it does, make sure it's up to date like this one here. And obviously, and I wanted to mention this as well here, that Windows or that computer that you have will not be able to install Windows 11. I understand Windows 11 is the most current operating system, but it will not allow you because it doesn't meet the minimum system requirements. What this is about, the main reason people can't install Windows 11 is because it requires this piece of it's hardware, which is just a chip that requires secure boot, that allows secure boot, makes it's a security thing. Okay, I wouldn't worry about it right now, but it's an older computer, and I don't want to get into this Windows 11 thing at this point. But just make sure that Windows is up to date here, and this will do it for you. And then you can just reboot, make sure it's done. You don't have to worry about antivirus because Windows has built-in antivirus that seems to be fine. It's called Windows Defender. It does everything in the background. You don't have to worry about it. It can cause issues sometimes if you have a slower computer where it would run and it would take up a lot of resources in the background. But try it, and if it doesn't cause you problems, then you just use that. And if it causes problems, there are some alternatives that are light on your computer when it comes to antivirus. Like I think I use Immunet. It's very light and it doesn't take up a lot of resources. And not intrusive. It's made by Cisco. And besides that, I don't. Restore point is created automatically for you. You don't have to worry about it. That's enabled by default. And that's it. That's it. Windows will install everything unless you even the drivers for like hardware that you have. But if you have like a webcam or a GPU that's installed on it, you might want to download those specifically from the manufacturer. So look up the name of the hardware that you're using. Just Google it, and after that, just type in driver, and it's gonna take you to the website for that. If you're having issues, otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it. It's an older computer, and if you can install a solid state drive on it, it's gonna make a huge difference when it comes to performance. Windows 8 probably has just a regular hard drive, but if you get a solid state drive, you can increase the performance by a lot. And if you're interested, I'm going to put a link to that, or just look at my hardware. In my description of this video, there's just a list of things that I have on my computer, and just pick any of those Samsung solid state drives. So it's basically a link that's just going to say this is my setup or something. I forget what I put on there. So that's what I would do. Oh, there's a screenshot. Okay. I'm sorry, I almost missed that. Okay. Oh, okay. So this means here, it says here, spyware and unwanted software protection. Windows has detected that you don't have any anti-spyware installed to help protect. So what this is that what this means that you have. Oh, wait, do you have Windows 7 installed on here? This almost the bar kind of reminds me that it might be Windows 7. I would definitely install Windows 10. But what this means is that the Windows Defender is turned off. That's what this means. So if you turn on Windows Defender or install a free antivirus, you can do that. Again, it's called, the one I use sometimes, it's called Immunet. Here, I'll show you. Again, they're not sponsored. This is just Immunet. Here it is, Immunet antivirus. If you just want to get it done with and not worry about, enabling the Windows Defender, which I can show too, just go to here and download this, install it. It's fine. I've used it for years. That's the only reason I'm saying this. And you do have here, it says Windows Firewall turned off or set. Huh. Yeah, definitely. Well, you do look like you have a bunch of stuff, other stuff installed on here too. This might be Windows 7 machine that I'm looking at here. I'm not sure if it's Windows 7. Windows 7 is no longer getting updates, just so you know, if it is Windows 7. I would highly suggest installing Windows 10 and update it like I showed you with the Windows Update Assistant. That's what I would do for sure. This shouldn't be coming up unless you disabled it yourself. Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's a good enough explanation. Assigned to me. Okay. All right, I'm going to reply. I'm going to close this ticket. I'm going to say hello, Michael. I'm gonna say just make sure that Windows updates are installed, just like, and very unorthodox the way I'm leaving a message here, because this is a very specific situation me on the video, just like mentioned in the video. So step 1, update Windows 10. Step 2, what did I say for step 2? There was definitely a step 2. Update Windows 10. Step 2, turn on Windows Defender or install free antivirus. I hope that helps.